The distant caw of crows echo as I walk through the damp forest floor. Their cries carry between the dead trees like a warning to anyone passing through. The soft crunch of leaves underneath my feet is oddly satisfying to hear, though I try to keep my steps quiet. It's better not to alert any lurking predators nearby. Passing a small bush, the hem of my red cloak snags on one of its branches. I pause and tug it free. The edge of the cloth tears away with it, leaving me with a frayed end. I pout. This was my favorite cloak too! Whatever, I could stitch it up later. The fabric is a little old and has seen more than its share of this forest. But still, I like it. It even has my name embroidered inside the sleeve. Oh, lion. They, them. Feminine or masculine main character for CGs. Oh, do I want to... which should I present today? I don't know. God. Wolf Yowie. That's right. I'm lying. The cool breeze brushes against my skin as I breathe in the scent of the fresh forest. I love the smell of moss and wet earth. Only here do I feel truly free. The woods are hungry tonight. A part of me is too. I tilt my head towards the skyline, where I can faintly see the moon through the clouds. It's getting dark. I should head home or find shelter soon. It's not safe at night in the woods. Not for most people. I gently clutch my basket full of herbs and bread closer to my chest. I come out here alone often enough to gather supplies, but I still can't get used to the eerie feeling of the woods at night. The crackling leaves, the sound from animals nearby. It's far too easy to be caught off guard here. I keep a spare dagger underneath my cloak every time, just in case. It's better to be safe than sorry. Sometimes I even get lucky and manage to catch a rabbit or two for dinner. So against larger predators, I'm not sure if this little dagger will suffice. I trail my fingers along the hilt of my dagger. It's worn now. I make a mental note to sharpen it later. The dagger is a precious gift from my grandmother, after all. To protect against wolves, she has told me before she passed away. Not that I've encountered any wolves throughout my years of exploring this forest. Hopefully it stays that way. The dagger will come in handy outside of catching prey as well. I use it to carve markings on trees to keep track of where I am. After all, it's way too easy to get lost here. I eye the oak tree in front of me. It's one of my landmarks. The bark is scored with old cuts from my blade, something only I would notice. This tree was where I found a young merchant from a village a couple months ago. He was adult-aged, and yet, that night, he cried like a little child. Given his circumstances, anyone would have been afraid. He was caught in a storm and couldn't find his way home. And the snow was especially heavy that night. I harvested it! Hey! I could harvest it. I could harvest him. But I could help. But I could harvest him. I feel like I could harvest him for parts. I could use his arms for stew and his legs for a nice napkin. I harvest. I harvest. As much as I wanted to help him, I couldn't pass up easy prey. I mean, can you blame me? Some predators enjoy the thrill of the chase, but I'm not one of those monsters with no self-control. I don't mind ending the hunt early. Besides, there aren't many wanderers in the woods these days, so you have to take advantage of opportunities like that. It was a clean kill. He would have passed away in that storm regardless. Maybe he was lucky I found him and not the wild animals. I still wonder what compelled him to wander so deep in the woods that night. He didn't have much on him, even in that type of weather. Oh well. At least the oak tree is growing so well now. Anyone who wanders here unprepared feeds the forest, one way or another. We all return to nature eventually. And if not, I always end up making use of them. In other ways, of course. It's getting dark, but I can't help but feel like I would just be going home empty-handed with the few herbs I collected. If only prey would fall into my lap like last time. The young merchant made it too easy. I blow warm air into my hands and rub them together. It's a chilly night. I should get going soon. I glance down 2 diverging trails in front of me. The air is heavier on one side, carrying the faint trace of something more dangerous deeper in the forest. On the other hand, the smell of fresh water catches my nose. There's a river nearby in the opposite direction. Which way should I go? I can't go down the river! Well, screw you! I'm going deeper into the forest then! I decide to walk deeper into the forest. The trees grow thicker, branches woven, almost like a cage. The air smells different, heavier, I think. However, this path is familiar to me, so I'm not too worried. A twig snaps behind me. I freeze, ears straining. Is someone following me? No one really frequents this area of the woods. Could it be an animal? I turn sharply, and a flash of silver hair catches my eye. Hi? You don't look like a wolf. A young man is leaning against a tree. An intricately adorned bow rests across his back, and he seems to be cleaning a silver knife with his handkerchief. Look closer at the knife. Inspect the bow on his back. Now look at the knife. My gaze falls to the silver knife he's holding. Doesn't seem to be dirty, but he wipes it meticulously with the cloth in his hand. Did he just use it recently? Given his attire, he looks like a hunter. But what is he doing here? This area of the forest is unwelcoming even to experienced huntsmen. The closest town is almost a half a day's walk away. Prey is scarce around the area, and the dirt roads are twisted and uneven. Besides, how did I only just notice him? My senses are far from dull, but somehow I let this man escape my detection for who knows how long. His eyes lift to meet mine. His expression seems steady, but faintly amused. My heart skips a beat. I chose to walk deeper into the forest, but didn't expect to run into anyone here. This is a pleasant surprise. I offer him a carefree smile. Maybe I won't be going home empty-handed tonight after all. Not the safest place to wander alone, huh? I could say the same about you. He tilts his head, the corner of his mouth curving a little. I'm not alone. Not alone? My eyes flick to the trees next to us, scanning for others in the area, but I see no one, just the soft sway of branches in the wind. Are my senses getting too dull now, or is he seeing something I'm not? I have the forest, my bow. Oh, you're one of those weird ones. And now, I have you here. Okay, the weird and romantic ones. For a moment, I don't know how to respond. Here I was, worrying there might be others hiding nearby, ready to steal my prey right in front of my face. Very funny. He has an annoying smirk on his face. Is he proud of himself for coming up with that line? Or does he actually think it's a good idea to flirt with random people here in the middle of the forest? I am not impressed. His attention flicks down to the basket of herbs in my hands. Oh? He looks surprised. I didn't know there was anything good to find out here. This part of the forest is pretty dead. I nod my head. How does he know that? Is he familiar with the forest too? Herbs only grow around the river bend, and we're both very far from it now. I quickly think of an answer. Not if you know where to look. I clutch my basket tighter, feeling strangely uncomfortable under his gaze. Why is he even here? Maybe to hunt? But like he said, there really isn't much on this side of the woods. As if reading my mind, he begins to talk. I'm here to hunt. What do you hunt for? I study him curiously. What kind of animals do you hunt? The hunter's expression doesn't change. Anything I can get my hands on. Wolves, hares, and the like. Whatever crosses my path. Wolves? I've never actually seen any nearby. I do hear them from time to time, though. Usually they keep their distance when humans are around, at least in my experience. He gives a small nod in response. You should know better than to gather herbs in this forest. This area, specifically. What do you mean? I wonder if he thinks my answer is naive. His face doesn't seem to give anything away. Haven't you heard the stories? A crow caws overhead, sharp and sudden, and the wind picks up. His expression turns solemn. By stories, I assume he's referring to the murders happening in this forest. I'm sure news of them have spread like wildfire by now. For a brief moment, I feel a flicker of pride, but I quickly push the feeling away. I wonder how I should respond. Am I just a curious wanderer in the woods, oblivious to the rumors? Or am I something else entirely? You know what? I'm going to be oblivious. He's going to make a fantastic meal for tonight. Stories? Oh, come on. Everyone knows about it. The serial killer? The one that hunts in these woods? Surely you knew that. I knew about it, of course. The one they nicknamed the Wolf, right? I've heard of the stories. That's the one. Which means you're either really stupid or you want to die. Which one is it, Red? Did he just call me by the color of my cloak? Of course I don't want to die. I'm only here because I need to gather plants and materials. It's winter now. It's always good to stock up. You should be more careful then. 2 missing people in the last month. Who knows how many victims over the years. For the first time, his voice loses a bit of its usual charm. His expression looks pained. At first, we assumed wolves or other wild animals got to them. He shakes his head slowly. But then people started noticing something strange. Strange? Yes, strange. The victims were all young men. It's true that the victims were all men, but surely that can be explained by other reasons. I mean, it's not like I've been making penis soup. Maybe men enjoy exploring these woods more. That is pretty odd. That is pretty weird, yeah. But why would the killer only target men? We aren't sure. But there are just way too many victims for it to be a coincidence. It has to be a serial killer. I nodded. That makes sense. And so we nicknamed the killer the Wolf. The words hang between us. My twin brother, he went missing a year ago too. Another victim then. His gaze drops to the forest floor. We don't even know where he was last seen, or if he even came to these woods at all. Sometimes I wonder if the wolf got to him too. That's horrible. I'm not sure what else to say. I've always been terrible at comforting people. It's just not in my nature. When my grandma died, I shut myself away for months. It was lonely, but also peaceful in a way. I had nothing else at the time. Not until I found my new hobby, of course. The hunter doesn't seem to mind the silence. So his brother was also murdered. Considering they were twins, they must have looked pretty similar. I tried to remember if I've met anyone who resembles him, but no one comes to mind. If I'd met someone half as handsome as the hunter, surely I'd remember. I usually remember all my victims, and none of them had striking silver hair like this. He said he wasn't sure if his brother entered the woods, but he didn't rule out the possibility either. So maybe someone else took his brother. Someone else took my soup ingredients? If that's the case, then the hunter's just wasting his time barking up the wrong tree. Just like my grandmother used to say. Besides, who would hunt someone as perfect looking as him? If it were up to me, I would just keep him. That way I'd be able to look at him and talk to him every day, like this. How fun. I toy with the idea in my head. The hunter exhales quietly, sharp enough to pull me away from my fantasies. I want to at least recover his body. He was always ill, and I wasn't always there for him when he was younger. It's the least I could do. For some reason, guilt pricks at me, even though I'm not responsible for his death at all. He's searching in the wrong place. I feel a little sorry for him, but it's not like I can tell him that. I fidget with the frayed edge of my cloak. The hunter's eyes catch the movement, and his expression seems to soften. He gently pats me on my shoulder. His touch is comforting, warm. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to scare you like that. Don't worry, okay? You're safe with me. I always catch my prey. Plus, I've killed worse predators before. Worse predators, huh? I wonder what he means. What worse predators are out there? Haven't seen any wolves or anything scary in these woods before. No. These predators aren't wolves. He doesn't look at me. He doesn't explain any further. Huh. So that means he's killed people. Neat. Maybe he plans to hunt for the serial killer as well. Oh shit, I'm screwed. I can't think of any other reason why he'd be here. So he's looking for me, huh? After a brief silence, he changes the subject. He'll take you home. Hey, yo! You live in the nearby village, right? Yes? It's getting pretty late now. My grandmother might be worried if I don't get back soon. Alright, let's go then. His gaze is so gentle. He takes my arm and we slowly begin to walk down the path towards the village. His grip is light, but not easy to slip away from either. Is he worried about me? He must be protective after losing his brother. I kinda like it. It's never a bad thing to be careful, especially with a serial killer around. It's not safe for you to wander these woods alone. I smile at him. Who would threaten me here, after all? I take his hand. I loosen my arm from his grip and take his hand instead. Our fingers interlock together. I squeeze our hands a little tighter. My face begins to flush a little. I wonder if he notices. Does he feel embarrassed too? I feel safer like this, if that's okay. Alright. I'm glad you found me today. The corner of his lips twitch, and his expression softens into a faint smile. It lingers for a moment before his expression darkens again. They don't usually tell people this, but you should be wary of who you run into in these woods. Huh? Why? I mean, obviously, me! What does he take me for? Maybe you should take his own advice. I'll wait for him to explain. The missing victims. They were all found by someone first, too. Someone they felt they could trust. So they do know that little detail. I didn't think that information was public. After all, none of the victims will be able to tell anyone. Are you trying to scare me? He shakes his head slightly. So what you're saying is, the person who found them was the killer. Were the victims tricked? Yes. There's still some doubts, but that's the conclusion some of us have reached. The air between us stills. Why did he tell me this? Is he genuinely worried for me? You're not afraid of me? Why would I be worried? I'm not afraid. Should I be? I want to trust you. A flicker of surprise crosses his face before he smirks. You're either brave or stupid, then. Again with the stupid! Just... Oh my god, just call me a slur at this point! His gaze stays steady on mine. Calm, but also studying me. Only predators in these woods need to worry about me. Otherwise, I mean no harm. So, you have no reason to be afraid. But like I said earlier, it's always wise to err on the side of caution. The silver knife he carried earlier catches a stray ray of dying sunlight as he slips it back into the sheath. I hunt monsters, predators, not lost herb gatherers like you. I tilt my head to the side a little, processing what he said. He hunts predators, and not lost people like me, huh? I happen to be both, of course. Minus the lost part. In these woods, the predator isn't always the one holding the gun. Or the bow. You never know what might be lurking behind you. A pause stretches between us. His words sink in. Maybe I should just ask. Are you going to try to catch the wolf? Yes, I am. The smirk is gone now, replaced with something sharper. I have a couple leads so far. Leads? Wonder what he found. I've been exploring this area for the past few months, and I think I'm starting to understand how the killer operates. He's been here? I've never seen him before, though. Then again, I didn't even notice him behind me earlier until the twig snapped. Was that an accident? I feel like I'm getting closer to the truth. And when I find it, I'll finally avenge my brother again. If I've killed your brother, I think I would have noticed. Huh. Aren't you worried, though? He frowns, or maybe it's a look of concern. I'm not sure. Worried about what? Was the killer smarter than you? Aren't you the killer's exact type? Aren't you the killer's type? His brows lift. Are you saying this because I'm a young man, like the other victims? I giggle a little. No, you know. What makes you say that? Not just that. I mean, it's because you're handsome. For a moment, he just stares at me, as if the words don't quite register. What? I laugh. Have they not put this together when they were looking at victim profiles? What are you saying? I'm kidding. He turns his head away quickly, but not before I catch the faint color blooming across his cheeks. How cute. I lean in a little closer to him. You don't have to look away, you know. I like it when you smile. He covers his face even more. You really shouldn't be saying things like that. Why? It'll give people the wrong idea. I laugh some more. I'm definitely trying to give him the wrong idea here. He really is cute. The kind of cute that makes a predator want to keep watching, circling, until they decide whether to pounce. Just like how cats toy with smaller animals. The more charming the prey, the more fun it is, after all. The hunter here is almost too charming to let go of. I decided I want to... I'm going to keep him! As poetic as it would be for the hunted to become the hunted, it would be a waste to kill him here. I don't want to. I like him a little too much. The hunter still covers his face, turning away from me and attempting to hide his blush. The perfect opportunity for me to make him mine. How should I do it this time? Maybe I could use one of the herbs in my basket and knock him out first. The thought of him being mine, of keeping him close and having him whenever I wish, sends a rush of heat through me. Oh God, I'm in heat! It's the first time I felt so excited about someone in a while. Is this what they consider a crush? I slide my fingers down the basket of herbs, pulling out the plant I had prepared for this occasion. But before I can do anything, a flicker of silver catches the light. Why? I feel cold steel against my neck. His knife. Why is this knife in my neck? Huh? Did you really think I didn't know what you were about to do? That wasn't going to do anything! Does it take a genius to figure out you're behind all the murders here? Did he know from the start? When did he figure that out? Was it getting played this whole time? Ain't no way! I could just die like this! What are you doing? I'm not behind the murders! He doesn't say anything. I force my voice to tremble. You don't have to do this. Please, don't hurt me. I still need to get home to my grandmother, who may or may not be dead at this point. Well, actually, she's definitely dead. Please, let me go. I'll do anything, okay? I'll suck you off. Damn, I won't tell anyone. His voice hardens. Funny how you keep mentioning your grandmother. Everyone knows that old widow died 2 winters ago. And you're her little grandchild that disappeared with her. I recognized you the moment I saw you. We could stop pretending now. I don't know what you mean! The air around us stills. He presses his blade closer to my neck. Tell me, how long have you been out here killing people? I feel a sharp pain on my neck. He's pressing it too close. One wrong move and I might die. I really haven't, my guy! It's true I said you're my type, but I meant that romantically. Not like a killer's target. The victims, I did find a few of them, but I didn't cause their deaths. Please believe me, okay? I just made soup out of them. I saw them. I don't even have anything on me except for plants and some food. He still doesn't say a word. You're a hunter, right? I'm sure you've killed plenty of bad people. I'm not one of them. I'm not a monster. And last I checked, hunters don't flirt with their prey. I really do just like you, you know? I don't know how you got the impression that I'm the murderer. You're really bad at lying. But go on. I huff. It seems like nothing I say will change his mind. He's convinced I'm the wolf. Well, so be it then. I'm not the one he's looking for. Okay, fine. I'm the wolf. So what? I really didn't kill your brother, you know. Those rumors are exaggerated anyway. I wasn't lying about you being my type. I was planning to keep you too. His knife doesn't waver at my neck, but his eyes shift a bit. His voice is quiet, like he's deep in thought. You keep me? Most predators I've hunted beg when caught, or they try to run like prey when cornered. But you... I feel my skin tingling from the blade at my neck. You're standing here, talking back to me, with a knife at your throat. You must really not be scared, huh? Or do you actually like this? Yes! Of course I'm not afraid! I told you already. I like you. I wanted to keep you. If you kill me now, well, at least I can keep that little fantasy in my head, and you can live knowing that the predator you were after was apparently like dreaming about you this entire time. That sounds a lot worse when it comes out of my mouth. The hunter sighs. You're so... I could kill you right now. And honestly, I really should. There's no good reason to keep you alive. I wonder what he's thinking of right now, but I don't speak. Plus, he really has the wrong person. I wasn't the one to kill his brother. I give him the best puppy eyes I can muster. No reaction. But then, to my surprise, he lowers the blade and gently tucks it away in his pocket. The tension between us doesn't fade, though. You're too dangerous to let roam free. But you're mine now. What? You're... No, that's not how this works. You're mine. I'm not letting something this interesting slip back into the woods. Is he insane? I try to take a step back, but I'm pressed firmly against his body. I feel his arm grip my waist. I kinda like the touch. I don't know what he's saying, but I can't deny I do like his touch. His grip on my waist tightens in response. From now on, you'll stay where I can see you. His other hand moves to the back of my neck. My body shudders in response. You won't be able to hurt anyone else anymore. I see a faint curl of a smile on his lips. You see, I keep wolves. Okay. They're wild. They bite. But once they know who they belong to, they stay. The thought sends a chill through me. And you're the same. He whispers that quietly in my ear, and then I feel my consciousness slip away. Wait, huh? Did I faint from shock? I did faint from shock! Except this time, I'll tame you a different way. What do you mean, bad ending? The fuck you mean bad ending? That was a great ending! Alright, we're going to go for the last two endings in this game, one of which requires me to max out his affection. The other one just requires me to just, like, try to kill him, apparently. So, most of the choices leading up to actually meeting him don't really matter. You can look at a bow, you can look at a knife, it doesn't really matter. So, when he says not the safest place to wander alone, we are supposed to respond with, I can say the same about you! And we've already seen all this, so we're gonna skip right through. And then over here, what do you hunt for? Okay. And we've already seen all that. Over here, of course I know the stories! It's what everyone's talking about right now. You're talking about the wolf, right? The serial killer who hunts in these woods. That's one. Which means you're either really stupid or you want to die. Again, just make out with me already. God damn it, Skip. And over here, maybe men enjoy exploring these woods more. Maybe the killer isn't just targeting men. Young men like to explore these woods more than women, right? So it makes sense they'd be the victims. He gives me a flat look. Well, you have a point. No, that's not it. There have been way too many victims for it to be a coincidence. Too many missing neighbors. Mothers and sisters looking for their sons and brothers, finding absolutely nothing. Maybe it's better they found nothing rather than the alternative. And so we nicknamed the killer the Wolf. Okay, yep. I'm not supposed to say anything here. Like, nope. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say to him. I've always been terrible at comforting people. It's just not in my nature. When my grandma died, I shut myself away for months. It was lonely, but also peaceful in a way. I had nothing else at the time. Not until I found my new hobby, of course. The hunter doesn't seem to mind the silence. Yep, got it. So, skipping through. Yep. Oh, I take his hand again. Okay, I skip right through. I'm not afraid. Okay, yeah. Oh, aren't you the killer's exact type? We've already seen all this. And now, gotta make a save. Now we kill him. That's right. Prey is prey after all. No matter how fun they are to toy around with, everything must come to an end eventually. Such a shame. I really do like him. The hunter is still hiding his face, embarrassed. His shoulders are relaxed, unprepared. The perfect opportunity for me. My fingers brush the hilt of my dagger. No longer hidden inside my cloak, it slides free with a whisper. The cold metal feels steady in my hand. Goodbye, little hunter. Bad ending 1. The prey. Okay, finally, after getting our affection all the way up, we're going to try to keep him. As poetic as it would be for the hunter to become the hunted, it would be a waste to kill him here. Okay, I'm gonna skip to see where it changes. I slide my fingers down to the basket of herbs, pulling out the plant I had prepared for this occasion. The plant releases a faint fragrance as I crush it between my fingers, working the powder into the edge of my sleeve. Mr. Hunter? I am so short! I am so short! He turns to look at me, a little startled by the sudden softness in my voice. His eyes seem to search mine, uncertain. But he doesn't step back. I brush against him lightly, almost playfully. I wonder how close I can get. The poisoned sleeve caresses his face, and his movements falter. He seems confused for a moment. What is it? You really do look better when you're not frowning all the time. I like it. He looks like he wants to say something, but the words never come. A blush creeps up on his face again. I let my fingers linger near his jaw, gently tilting his face towards mine. He holds my gaze. You really are my type, you know. Is it bad that I want you to be by my side? He doesn't answer, but his arms tighten around me. Can't deny that I am interested in you. But it's not really the time for this. We're in the middle of nowhere, and night is approaching. I laugh slowly. Yeah, it's more exciting like this. Don't you think it's more exciting this way? I don't think I've seen the hunter turn more red than this moment. He's so cute! And so fun to tease. I run my fingers through his hair. I want to help you, you know? You don't have to deal with everything alone. I want to find your brother's murderer, too. His gaze is so gentle right now. It feels almost romantic. Thank you. His body is warm against mine. I want this moment to last forever. But more than anything, I want to make him mine. I feel him lose his balance slightly. The herbs must be taking effect. After all, even a tiny amount is enough to knock a grown man unconscious. He seems to notice something's wrong. His hand grabs my wrist. What did you... He stumbles. I catch him before he loses his balance, his weight folding into my arms. I can feel his heartbeat hammering through his clothes. No matter how hard he tries to fight, he won't be strong enough. His lashes flutter against flushed skin. I brush his silver hair away from his face. He's so beautiful. Even more so when he's helpless like this. You're mine now. I run a finger along his jaw. He shivers faintly under my touch, but the poison doesn't allow him to move. You thought you were the predator here, didn't you? But you are way too sweet. I can't just let you go like this. Not when I finally found someone worth keeping. I pull him closer, feeling his head fall against my shoulder. His breath is shallow. When he wakes up, he'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere he can't run. Where the only thing he can see is me. I press a gentle kiss to his forehead. Rest well, my little hunter. Good ending too. The Predator. So that was The Wolf Wears Red. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. And like I mentioned earlier, if you guys do want a guide to like how to actually get some of the different endings, link to that is also in the description. And yeah, kind of like this. Was fairly short. Was looking for something short to actually like get back into the groove of recording. I've not been feeling too well lately. But thankfully, like, yeah, got a couple of short games to get through, a couple of games from the Yonder Game Jam, and like a couple of updates to get. So like, yeah, look forward to some new updates soon. So in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion signing off. Ciao.